Hey everyone, Katie Tracy here. Today we're talking about clutter. I'm going to give you the simplest definition we have of clutter and explain to you the two different types that you might see your clients experiencing. The simplest definition of clutter comes from veteran organizer Barbara Hemphill. She says clutter is just delayed decisions. We don't know what to do with something, so instead of deciding, we put it down, we put it aside, we box it up to deal with later. And this later leads to what we feel is clutter in our everyday lives. It's important to remember, though, that clutter is about more than just the physical stuff that we might be seeing in our clients' homes or hearing about when our clients have therapy sessions. It's about how clients feel about the stuff, absolutely, but also how they feel about themselves, their space, relationships, and their lives. Clutter can be defined in two different categories: everyday clutter and accumulated clutter. Starting with everyday clutter, some examples would be the mail that's on your counter that's maybe collected over a couple of days, packages that you bring in from the car or from delivery services, maybe they're brought in but not unpacked, the pile of shoes by the front door, that's one that I experience quite a bit, unfinished projects that stay out, maybe on the table or in the family room or wherever it might be. All those things of everyday life that don't get put away in their homes or maybe don't have homes that we can define for them, that's everyday clutter. If you're a professional organizer working in the home, you're going to want to think about this everyday clutter and think about what types of items or areas in the home are causing the most struggle and how is that affecting the client day to day. Are they fighting with their kids to get out the door on time? Are they spending money to rebuy things that they can't find or don't know that they have because they can't find them? Are they wasting time or energy because the space is just disorganized? If you're a mental health professional, it's important to know that this kind of clutter, everyday clutter, is a really big cause of stress for your clients, individuals, partners, and families. It's common for clients to say that they feel frustrated, angry, or even embarrassed about the clutter in their homes. These are all feelings that are caused by clutter, the physical clutter, but that can be addressed in therapy. It's good for mental health professionals to know what the client's home environment is like, what the client thinks about that, and how the client feels being in their home. The other type of clutter is accumulated clutter. We see this in bins of stuff that have been collected from various areas of the house and put aside so that we can deal with it later. We see it in full inboxes and filing cabinets when it's paper clutter. It's packed closets, attics, basements, garages, and maybe even storage units. For the organizer working in the home, it's important to think about why this clutter has accumulated for the client. What's causing the continued delay of the decision? Often we'll hear that it's too hard or the client doesn't know where to start. These are very valid, but organizers can be a resource to help with those very tangible challenges, and that's why we're hired. For mental health professionals in practice, accumulated clutter can come with some really big feelings. For example, overwhelm and defeat. Probably about 99.9% of calls to organizers, the client saying that they feel overwhelmed, that they can't do it. That's a big feeling for someone to be carrying about clutter. Some other feelings we hear are doubt, guilt, or anger. I should be able to do this on my own, or I'm mad at myself that I let it get like this. Sentimentality also comes out because sometimes the reasons that things have accumulated is due to the client's attachment to those items, such as their children's artwork, a deceased parent's belongings, or memorabilia from their childhood. Mental health professionals can play a role here by addressing these emotional reactions that clutter is causing. And again, this is just the physical clutter. We're not talking digital clutter, time management struggles, productivity. We are really just scratching the surface. So those are some helpful ways that you can understand and define clutter. Click subscribe, and we'll see you next time.